Good morning, beta. Today we will continue with the numericals of our exercise 2B and we'll start with the third example. This says 500 liters of water is raised from first floor of a house at height 4 meter. Means initially the water is at this height. Suppose this is 4 meter from your earth's surface. This is 4 meter. So this 500 liters of water is present initially over here. And then it is raised to a height that is to the third floor. And that third floor is at 12 meters from here. Okay. Then this water will be taken over here. Right. Now the question says of a house at 4 meter to its third floor at a height 12 meters. State whether the potential energy of the water will decrease or increase. So first of all, let's talk about this part only. As I told you, when we are increasing the height of an object from the earth's surface, so the potential energy keeps on increasing, because we people are aware that potential energy is given by the formula M into G into H. That means potential energy is directly dependent on height. More will be the height, more will be the potential energy. So according to this question, initially the water is at 4 meters over here, then it is taken to 12 meters over here. That means there is increase in potential energy, right? Find the increase and decrease in potential energy of water. They are asking you to find out how much is the increase or decrease in the potential energy, and for that they are saying G is equal to 10 meter 10 Newton kilogram inverse, and they are saying density of water, you can take density is equal to 1 kg liter inverse. And what they have given you, they have given you the volume of water. So volume which is given to us, that is 500 liters of water, right? But to find out potential energy, we don't need volume, we need mass. So how can we calculate mass? We are aware density is equal to mass upon volume. The density given to us is 1 kg, mass we are supposed to find out, and volume that is given to us, that is 500 liters. So what can we calculate from here? We can find out mass is equal to 500 kg, right? Now we need to find out what increase or decrease in potential energy, and as we discussed, there is increase in potential energy as the height is increasing. So how can we find out increase in potential energy? Increase in potential energy is given by mg, because both the things will remain same. The gravitational force, the acceleration due to gravity, that will remain same, and mass of water, that also remains same. That same 500 kg water is over here, then same 500 kg is over here. Okay, then it can be given as highest height minus lowest one, h2 minus h1. Suppose this complete is your h2 and this is your h1. Okay, so this is 500, that is the mass which we calculated, into G they are saying take it as 10, H 12 minus the H1 is 4. You can solve it. This is potential energy, so whatever answer you are going to get, that will be in joules. Okay, next question is a block of mass 30 kg is pulled up a slope as shown in the figure. The figure is given to us and this figure is like this one. Okay, this is the block. Okay, it is pushed up and it reaches over here. After pushing, the block reach over here. Okay, for this they are saying the mass of the block is 30 kg. The mass for this block, that is given as 30 kg. Fine. A block of mass 30 kg is pulled up a slope with a constant speed by applying a force of 200 newtons parallel to the slope from the initial position A. This is position A and this is final position B. So we are applying a force at initial position A and this force is parallel to the slope. If AB is the slope, तो ये force इसके parallel जा रहा है, right? It is given to us. What we need to calculate is, we need to calculate the work done by the force. So work done is given by what? That is force into displacement. This is given as 3 meters in the diagram and this is given as 1.5 meter. So if we are applying force over here and the block is moved from this point to this point, so that means the displacement is 3 meters. So the force which we are applying here, that is how much force they have given? 200 newtons. So this is 200 into 3. So that will be 600 and work done is calculated in joules. Fine. Then the second one, they are saying the potential energy gained by the block. They are saying we need to find out the potential energy gained by the block. This is the we can say earth surface. We can assume it as earth surface. From this level the block is raised up to height 1.5 meter. So what will be the potential energy? Potential energy is in any of the object is the energy stored in the object due to its position with respect to earth surface. So this is the earth surface which we are assuming over here and this is the height up to which it is raised. So potential energy will be given as mgh. So this m, mass is given as 30 kg, g we can take 10 and height that is 1.5. So when you will calculate it, it will be 450 joules. Potential energy is 450 joules. The next part they are saying is account for the difference in the answers to the part 1 and 2. There is a difference in these two parts. Here we are saying that 600 joules of work is done and here we are saying 450 joule of energy is stored. So they are saying why there is a difference between these two. Difference क्यों है? ये इसी जगह पर जाकर रुका है. यहाँ से देखते हैं तो डिस्टेंस थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया, यहाँ से कम हो गया. बट इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द सेम पोजीशन, व्हाई देयर इज डिफरेंस इन द आंसर? दिस इज देयर क्वेश्चन. सो व्हाई दिस इज डिफरेंस? दिस इज व्हेन वी आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट द work done by this, that is 600 joule and the energy is 450. So if we are going to subtract these two, so we are going to get 150 joules of energy is wasted. 150 joules of energy is wasted in overcoming the friction when the box is moved from A to B. The energy stored by the box is 450. एनर्जी 450 है, वर्क डन कितना हुआ? 600 जूल. सो जो बाकी 150 है वो कहाँ चले गया? दैट 150 इज वेस्टेड व्हेन द बॉक्स इज मूविंग फ्रॉम ए टू बी टू ओवरकम द फ्रिक्शन ऑफर्ड बाय दिस स्लो. सो दिस इज द रीजन फॉर दिस डिफरेंस इन 1 and 2. Now coming on to our next one. In a dam, water falls at a rate of 1000 kg second inverse from height of 100 meters. Suppose this we are saying as dam, okay, and water falls from here at a rate of 100 kg second inverse. So we can say mass of the water is given as 1000 kg and the time is 1 second, because they are saying this is the rate. Rate means whatever we are talking about per unit time. 1000 किलो पानी गिरता है 1 सेकेंड के अंदर, right? From a height of 100 meter and the height of the dam is given as 100 meters, right? Calculate the potential energy of the water. Very simple. Potential energy is given by m into g into h, and g they are saying take it as 9.8 meter second inverse. So that will be 1000. This is in kgs. So you can say this is 1000 into 9.8 and this is into 100. When you are going to solve it, this is 9.8123 into 10 raised to the power 5 joules. This is the potential energy. Fine. Now the second is assuming that 60% of the energy of the falling water, whatever energy this water is having, जितना भी एनर्जी इसके अंदर है, कितना था? इतना. दिस वी कैलकुलेटेड. आउट ऑफ दिस 60% ऑफ वॉट एनर्जी इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू इलेक्ट्रिकल. सिर्फ 60% इलेक्ट्रिकल में कन्वर्ट हो रहा है, रेस्ट विल नॉट बी. सो आउट ऑफ दिस 60% ऑफ दिस एनर्जी विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू इलेक्ट्रिकल. सो लेट्स फाइंड आउट व्हाट विल बी द 60%. 60% ऑफ एनर्जी ऑफ फॉलिंग वाटर is equal to 60 by 100 into 9.8 into 10 raised to the power 5. This is the 60% of this. Fine. Now what you need to do is calculate the power generated. You have to find out power generated for this. So when we are talking about 60%, we can write it as 0.6 also. So power generated is equal to energy per unit time. This is the energy which is converted. आपको ये energy नहीं लेना, जितना energy convert हो रहा है सिर्फ वो ही लेना है, because only that energy is used to generate the power. Right? So this is energy is equal to 0.6 into 9.8 into 10 raised to the power 5. And this water, in what time it is happening? In 1 second only. So this is 1. Whatever value you are going to get, this is the power, so you are going to calculate it into watts. Right? Next, coming on to a truck driver. A truck driver loads some oil drums into a truck by lifting them directly. Suppose ये आपका कोई भी व्हीकल है, दिस इज द बैक पार्ट ऑफ द व्हीकल, आपको वो सारी चीज़ें यहाँ लोड करनी है. सो आपको अगर ये ड्रम लोड करना है तो यू आर लिफ्टिंग इट डायरेक्टली इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन एंड देन यू आर लोडिंग इट ओवर हियर. Fine. A truck driver loads some oil drums into a truck by lifting them directly. Each drum has a mass of 80 kg. The mass of this drum is given as 80 kg. Okay, and platform of the truck is at a height of 0.8 meter. If these are the tires I am saying, this platform up to which this drum is to be raised, that is 0.8 meters from the earth's surface. This is the earth's surface, suppose. So from here this platform is 0.8 meters. Okay, above the ground. What force is needed to lift a drum into the truck? कितना फोर्स चाहिए एक ड्रम को लिफ्ट करके ट्रक के ऊपर रखने के लिए? वॉट एवर इज द वेट ऑफ द ड्रम, एटलीस्ट दैट फोर्स इज रिक्वायर्ड टू लिफ्ट अप दैट ड्रम एंड पुट इट इनटू द truck. Okay, so the force needed is, that is force needed is given by force of gravity on drum, or you can say weight of drum. Gravity on drum, और you can say weight of drum. जितना भी ड्रम का वेट है उतना फोर्स तो आपको एटलीस्ट लगाना पड़ेगा उसको यहाँ से उठाकर ऊपर रखने के लिए. सो दिस इज मास इज 80 kgs एंड दे आर सेइंग टेक g as 10 into 10, that will be m into g we are talking about as weight, that is m into g, that will be 800 newtons. Means 800 newton force is required to lift the drum from here and keep it here on the platform. Okay, the next part is how much energy is used up in lifting a drum. How much energy is used up? So when we are talking about energy, so when this drum is reached over here, whatever energy is stored in the drum, that is the same energy which is used to lift up the drum. जितना एनर्जी ड्रम ने यहाँ आने के बाद अपने अंदर स्टोर किया हुआ है उतना ही एनर्जी हमने यूज़ किया है उसको लिफ्ट करने के लिए. सो हाउ कैन वी कैलकुलेट दिस एनर्जी? दिस एनर्जी इज द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, दैट विल बी गिवन बाय m into g into h. Mass of drum is 80, g is 10 and height, up to which height it is raised, this is 0.8 meter. This is the total energy which is stored by the drum, or you can say the energy which is used to lift up the drum and reach over here. So this will be 640 joules. Okay, after the truck is loaded, the driver drives off. List the major energy changes that takes place in moving the truck. When the truck starts, what will be the major energy conversions? Basically fuel is present in the truck, okay, and fuel stores chemical energy in it. Okay, that chemical energy is utilized to run the truck. That means that chemical energy is converted into mechanical energy. This is the major change which is happening over there. Another thing, you can say the driver stops the truck at the factory gate. What happens to the kinetic energy of the truck now when the truck is stopped? जैसे ही ट्रक गया at the factory gate, the truck is stopped. What will be the change in the kinetic energy? The truck stops, the kinetic energy is converted into heat and sound energy because there is a friction between the tires and the road. That's why the truck comes to rest. Whenever we are talking about friction, which kind of energy is there? Heat energy. So that kinetic energy is converted into heat energy and a sound is also produced. So that is converted into heat and sound energy, because we are aware, according to law of conservation of energy, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transferred from one form to another. So here from kinetic energy it can be converted from kinetic energy to sound and heat energy. So this is all about this question. Rest of the numericals we will do in our next video. Meanwhile, you can try all the numericals based on these formulas from your exercise 2B.